the gay marriage. Is that correct?
Correct.
Would it be an equal limitation, his religious belief, if he said, I don't want to go to a wedding of black people? I want to discriminate against black people? Would that be would the government saying you can't do that be a violation of his religious freedom?
I think that's fundamentally different.
Why?
She's not saying she doesn't want to photograph a wedding where there's people who are gay and lesbian. She's saying she doesn't want to photograph a celebration of same-sex unions.
Well, and if her religious belief said, I don't want to celebrate a celebration of black unions because I think black people shouldn't get married. That's my religion. Well, should government? I mean, is it an imposition on her religious freedom for government to say you can't do that?
I think it's fundamentally different, and I don't think that's what the issue is in that case. And I don't
exactly what the issue is.
No,
she has a religious belief that she shouldn't participate or be forced to participate in a celebration which goes against her religious belief. And let's assume her religious belief that she shouldn't photograph a Jewish wedding. Would that be discrimination that the civil rights law can proscribe or not? And if not, why not?
I think it would be something that she wouldn't object to, first of all. Secondly,
somebody with some religious belief might object. I'm not saying that your client or your friend or whoever she is. Let's assume that someone had such a religious belief, that it's a violation of her religious belief to be forced professionally, because she's a photographer, to photograph a Jewish wedding or a Muslim wedding or whatever. And the government says that's discrimination, you can't do that. Is the government being improper and by limiting her religious freedom in that case?
Well, first of all, there's a legal question of whether it's a public accommodation, but assuming that it is, I think that she would have an issue there, a violation potentially. But I think what's at issue is fundamentally different. She specifically stated in that case that she doesn't discriminate against...
It's my time. I don't see any difference at all. You can try to see it. Now, if the owner of a public accommodation, a restaurant, said, I don't want, well, I'm holding out myself in commerce. My religious belief is I don't want black people or Jewish people, whoever, or gay people in my restaurant, and certainly not a gay couple holding hands. And the federal government says that is discrimination. Is that a violation of the freedom of religion?
No. And I don't think that's what the issues are.
I don't see how it's distinguishable.